Sunglasses and communication. What do they have to do with each other? Several years ago, when my daughter was about 11 years old, she wanted to play a game with her friends. The game was called Where in the Mall is Your Mother? The objective was for the mothers of these girls to go to the mall ahead of their daughters. They were to be in disguise, and then their daughters were to try to find them in the crowded hustle and bustle of the mall. When they thought they saw their own mother, each young one was to approach her mother and say, "Pardon me, do you have the time?" Wherein, if it was their mother, she was then to reveal her true identity and take off her disguise. So as the rules began, the mothers all went to the mall ahead of their daughters. I was disguised as sort of a thug-type individual. I had real baggy jeans on and some big clunky black shoes. Then I had on a sweatshirt hoodie, and I had put a baseball cap on my head with the hood up over the cap, and then I had painted a little mascara mustache above my lip and put on a pair of sunglasses. Not like you see here, but black, gangster-type sunglasses. I went to the mall that way, and I began to walk around, realizing that I didn't have the gangsta-type walk down real well, and if I continued to walk, I was going to give myself away real quickly. So I decided to stand against a wall in the mall, and I was standing, by chance, across the walkway from a beauty salon, and I just stood there against the wall, kind of slumped over like a gangsta might. And I started to notice that these women in this beauty salon were getting a little uncomfortable with my attendance in the hallway. And they were looking at me, and then they would whisper to each other, and they would point back at me. I could tell I was making them nervous. So I decided it would be best if I moved along. So I moved a little further down the hallway of this mall, which one of the rules was that we couldn't go into any of the stores. We had to stay in the open areas or in the hallways of the mall. So as I moved a little bit further down, it wasn't long before I saw a couple of the girls that were in our group a ways away from me, and they started to size me up a little bit. And one of them approached me, kind of slowly and reluctantly, but she said, "Pardon me, do you have the time?" Wherein I replied, because she was not my daughter and I did not have to reveal my identity to her, I said in a real deep voice, "What you talking about, chick?" Well, she kind of, whoo! Screamed a little bit and was a little bit frightened by that and backed away. "Oh, I'm sorry, she said. Well, it wasn't long before my own daughter did eventually find me, and we had a great laugh over the experience. The game was fun, and as we were gathering with the rest of the mothers and their daughters and commiserating and sharing our experiences, a woman from the mall who I did not know approached me very quickly. She grabbed me by the arm and turned me around and got right in my face. And she said, "Who are you?" I was a little taken aback, and I took off the hoodie and the cap, and I took off my sunglasses, and I said, "I'm a mom, just playing a game with my daughter." She said, "Well, the police were called on you, and they're all watching you right now. You scared some poor ladies in a beauty salon." Now, I can draw a lot of conclusions from this experience. One might be that I was discriminated against because of the way I looked. I was obviously misjudged. But the thing that strikes me the most as the greatest lesson over the years that I've thought about this is that my communication to my audience, or the people that were in the mall that day, was confusing. Because, you see, I had no evil intent. I was actually there to have fun and to play a game with my daughter. But I didn't look like my motives were supposed to make me look. I looked like I was up to no good, and my behavior kind of validated that. Many times we may have a particular message that we want to give to others, but because of the way we look, or the way that we act, or the way that we present ourselves, and the way that we speak even, can sometimes undermine the message that we're trying to give. So think about what your message is and how you want people to think about you. How do you want to portray that message? And then consider if you are actually doing that, or if you might be dressing a certain way, or talking a certain way, or acting a certain way that might actually be undermining the message that you want to give. In any event, have a great, sunny, beautiful day. Wear your sunglasses and practice great communication. Make sure you know what your message is and then share it authentically.